Governor Hogan said his latest executive order puts the power to shut down businesses suspected of not complying with his directives in the hands of local health authorities after reports of problems. According to a spokesman for the governor, the order addresses reports from the sheriff in Allegheny County, Maryland, over whether or not a cabinet factory was a non-essential business under state rules. A spokesman for Sheriff Craig Robertson in Allegheny County told me this afternoon that the company voluntarily shut down but then reopened the following day after appealing to state authorities. The company has not been cited or charged with any violation. The governor's staff told me that Hogan wants the final say going forward in the hands of local health authorities.
Any local health department, they can shut them down altogether. This new order also empowers state and local law enforcement agencies to assist local health officers in the enforcement of this order.
Now, according to the sheriff in Allegheny County, that cabinet factory remains open because the department has not received any complaints about its operations. The company's been contacted by WUSA 9, but there was not an immediate response. The Hogan order would also address construction sites and situations like the one confronted by D.C. authorities at the Wharf Fish Market, which will be reopening tomorrow under new rules negotiated between the city and business owners after crowds gathered over the weekend. I did check with health authorities in Prince George's and Montgomery counties. They say they have not shut down any businesses under Governor Hogan's new order. Scott Broom, WUSA 9.